So, today I found out that for the next 3 months of my life, I'm going to be staring at semen. That's what I love about my job. You know, it's varied, it's a challenge, there's sperm. Definitely didn't see that one coming. Sorry. But before we get into all that, I should probably introduce myself. So I'm Amy, and I am a trainee genetic counsellor. Now, the first thing people say to me when I say that is, what on earth is a genetic counsellor? But they do bring their own ideas to the table as well. So there's do you counsel genes then? Well, I don't know. So, tell me, how does it feel to be DNA? And unfortunately, I also can't help you pick out your next pair of Levi's, but I hear that I'm pretty good at that anyway. What we do is we talk to individuals who may be affected by genetic hereditary diseases. So basically we're scientists who like to chat, which would explain why I'm here on a Tuesday night instead of home with my loved ones. But the next question I get asked is, so that's quite niche, how did you get into that then? Well, it's not really a story for a comedy night, you know, dead parents, hereditary breast cancer, but the good part about it, there is a good part, is I actually ended up being compared to Angelina Jolie. You know, little me, Angelina Jolie, in the paper. Unfortunately, it was a bit less about our looks and a bit more about our breasts, but hey-ho. On a related note, I actually also featured on page 3 with William Hague. But that is a story for another night. So, as part of our trainee role, one of the privileges, let's say, is we get to go on placements throughout our first year, sort of related to our specialisms. So my first placement was in genetics, makes sense, right? Genetic counselling, genetics placement. All sounds great until I find out that means I'm going to have to spend time in a lab. Now, me and labs, we have a bit of a complicated history. I've, never been a natural, but this one day back in school, actually, A-levels, it was in my A-level chemistry class, and I like to break stereotypes. I'm proud of the fact I'm a woman in science, and I was the only girl in my chemistry class, and I loved that. And we were doing this wonderful experiment. What you do is you just put some iron filings in with this reagent, and you shake it all up, and it goes through all the colours of the rainbow. So it sounds simple, right? It sounds really simple. Well, so we get going, and shaking my test tube, and mine's still red. And everyone else's is on, green, blue by now. And remembering I'm the only girl in this class, there's a few comments been made about me maybe not having the practice to get the experiment to work. So I'm an easily embarrassed person, and I'm feeling awkward. I think, what do I do? Gosh. So I thought, right, just go for it. Just go for it to do the experiment. So I go, and I'm like this, and it's red, it's orange, it's yellow, and it's green, and oh my god, it's in my face. And a bit too vigorous. And the corrosive substance is now all over me instead of in the test tube. So I had to get doused with water. My also male chemistry teacher poured a bucket over my head, looked like a drowned rat. Would have been fine, but it was Valentine's Day, and I was supposed to be going straight out on a date after this. I actually did go on that date, and 8 years ago, and I'm still with the same guy today, so I don't know what it says about him. So you can see why me and labs maybe don't have the best history, but there are some benefits, I have to say. One thing I do like is I feel like a real scientist when I put my lab coat on, when it fits, that is. So either a tent, and I can't see my hands, or it's so small it's sort of draped around my shoulders like a fashion item, And I sort of said about stereotypes already, but this whole thing of just because I'm a scientist doesn't mean I want to wear this shapeless, ugly coat every day of my life. And it was getting me down, actually, and I quite like my crafts and all that kind of thing. So one Friday night, I brought a big backpack, smuggled in my coat, and I did a bit of tailoring, put a bit of a waist in it, gave it a bit of a skirt. I like my coloured buttons, so I've got some buttons down the front and a bit of lace on the trimmings. And when I'm feeling really fancy, I wear my petticoat underneath it as well. They got a right shock on Monday morning when I came in with that. And one of the other things, actually, that I found a real positive is the conferences. These geneticists have great conferences, and you've got the amazing speakers, all that networking with all those fabulous people, and all those freebies. You'd be lying if you say that's not part of the appeal. So I thought, I'm going to this conference the other week, I thought, right, well, I'll definitely get myself a few pens, there's always a good pen. And I want a notebook as well, so I thought, I'll hold off on getting one because I'll probably get one at the conference. And I thought, do you know what I do need? I need a water bottle. But I'm sure I can wang away into that. I'm a bit of a chatty person, you see, so, you know, get them talking, spot the bottle in the corner, and, you know. So I turn up at the conference, big bag ready for all my goodies. Can you believe it? The only freebies they all brought, glasses wipes. So I think about stereotypes, just because I'm a scientist, you know, not all scientists wear glasses, you know. So that was a bit of a disappointment, really. The other interesting thing about placement is I'm the only genetic counsellor on my placement. The other guys are actual real geneticists. So that's fun. They're really helpful, don't get me wrong. But it's like, you know, have you ever been on a night out or at a party? And a song comes on and everyone goes crazy, run to the dance floor and sing along, they know every word, and you desperately want to know every word too, so you're there like trying to sing along, trying to look like you know the words because everyone else knows the words. And I tell you, at uni it was so bad, it was Mr. Brightside, and I got so sick of going to the club and coming home thinking I didn't know the words again, I went and learned them. I still know them today. Don't worry, I'm not going to sing it now. But it's like that, I'm like that in my genetics lesson, so it's like, oh well, what's this technique then? Oh, it's PCR. PCR, yep. What's that there? Oh, it's a chromosome, I was going to say that. And what's this here then? Some DNA, yeah, absolutely. So it's a challenge, and it's been, you know, a 3-month placement is actually up, and amazingly, I have successfully completed my genetics placement. So, really chuffed with myself. Even better, my supervisor came up to me and she said, Amy, can we have a little chat? Actually, we've had a personal recommendation for your next placement. So I'm thinking, personal recommendation? You know, someone wants me in their placement. So I wander into the office, sit down ready, and she's like, actually, so my colleague, he's a good friend, goes back to the time of the old chemistry experiment. Due to my, what did I say, unique set of skills, he recommended me for a placement in reproductive science and semen analysis. So, that's how today I ended up finding out I'm going to spend the next 3 months of my life staring at semen. Thank you.